can't be deported because look, bro, I got the Trump card, fool. They show you how easy it is to get one of these debit card skins on your credit card. They got this.
How about let's what the fuck is wrong with this stupid?
What a win. I know this will be considered another win. Yeah. I can only imagine families that have been ripped apart looking at this video right now. So was it about money? Or what do you think? Seriously. Oh no. And it's not the end. More things to come. But before then, like the video for a recommendation, subscribe if you're new here, and check this first.
Wait, now ICE is going to be targeting migrants who are here illegally working on farms and in restaurants and in hotels?
Homeland Security is saying that ICE is going to start enforcing in hotels and farms again. Is that a change of course from last week?
We're going to look everywhere, but I think the biggest problem is the inner cities. We're looking everywhere. There are far more in the inner cities. Democrat-run cities, sadly, and I'm just giving you, there's far more in there than you have on a farm or something else.
And no one's getting exemptions anymore. Everyone is.
Well, everyone's being looked at.
That was the president this morning on Air Force One. Now, this is a complete shift in tone towards migrants who are here illegally working on farms and in the leisure and hospitality industry. Last Thursday, less than a week ago, I reported in this video that the president said this.
Our farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that. We can't take farmers and take all their people and send them back because they don't have maybe what they're supposed to have, maybe not. You go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else. And then you're supposed to throw them out. And you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers. And leisure, too, hotels. We're going to have to use a lot of common sense on that.
After that statement, Homeland Security sent guidance to immigration agents fanned out across the country, directing them to hold off on worksite enforcement investigations and operations on farms and in restaurants and at hotels. But yesterday, immigration enforcement reportedly got a new directive.
This is the most evil thing that our government's doing right now, and not a single soul is talking about it, and it should upset you. Families are being ripped apart and CEOs are cashing in, and it should be illegal. But right now, over 90% of the people being detained by ICE are in government facilities. They're locked up in 4 prison systems run by companies like Geo Group and Core Civic. These corporations are making billions of dollars a year. In 2022 alone, under the Biden administration, they made over $1.6 billion from ICE contracts. For 2025, Donald Trump's done a great job at creating profit. You could say concentrated profit for these corporations. Geo Group is projected to pull in $2.5 billion. Core Civic, around $2 billion. This isn't about public safety. This is about capitalism, profiting off of human suffering. This is going to upset everyone, Democrats and Republicans. You are the one paying for it. Taxpayers are footing a $3 to $3.5 billion yearly bill to fund this system, and 90% of the detention money is going to private facilities. We're literally paying corporations to lock up vulnerable people, and even when centers sit empty, like the ones in California, costing us $85 million a year, the checks still go out. Here's the real kicker, though. These companies aren't just collecting our taxpayer money. They're using taxpayer money to rig the system. Geo Group donated over $700,000 to Trump-aligned PACs. Core Civic threw in $500,000 to Trump's inauguration. Why? It's because back in 2019, Trump pushed for 100,000 detention beds. These companies saw billion-dollar signs floating in the air, and they're still profiting under both the Republicans and the Democrats. You follow the money here. Think about what that means. Every additional detainee is profit signs. Every mother separated from their child. Every asylum seeker is being locked away. And human lives are being reduced to line items on a corporate balance sheet. The conditions inside of these centers, there's reports of abuse, medical neglect, overcrowding, and deaths. And all of it is being funded by taxpayer dollars. If this makes you as furious as it makes me, please share this video. Call your representatives and demand an end to for-profit detention. No corporation should profit off of human misery.
With that being said, what do you think about this other business that has been launched? The Trump's phone. Should I say a business or an investment for the country? Or what do you think about this? So Americans had this to say about the new reveal, the Trump's phone.
When I first saw this, I thought, the memes are getting a little out of hand. This is real.
So Trump is going to be selling a phone that couldn't be made in America. Now, Trump Mobile is going to be $47.45 per month. That's what they're saying. That's your base plan. But there's going to be other things added on that. That's not even a really great base plan. I think Spectrum Mobile starts at $25 a month. So it's not even the lowest base plan. It has a $499 smartphone, which they'll probably say was assembled in America, but it has to have been made in another country. And again, this just makes no sense. The whole point of Trump is, we're going to add the tariffs so people move manufacturing to America, make America great again. And then you try to sell a phone that's not made in America. Somebody tag Marquise Brownlee, man. I need to review the Trump phone. Like, this is another failure. That's all this is going to be. Nobody bought them shoes, after the first day. They'll probably pay some people to be in line, They'll probably do a bunch of giveaways to get this in people's hands. But then after a few months, you'll notice that nobody will have a Trump phone. And again, messing with tech, because people in tech are the most unforgiving customers that you can have. So if this is trash, they're gonna tell you.
Everything the Trump family does is for money for themselves or their friends. And in today's episode, they are launching Trump Mobile, which is a new mobile service provider for those people who, let's put it this way, don't have too many brain cells. For just $47.45 per month, you too can be a part of the global network of idiots using Trump Mobile. Service will be available in September, and Donald Trump Jr. says it will be for real Americans seeking true value from their mobile carriers, despite the fact that it is more expensive than T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. And of course, also will be available a $499 gold smartphone that definitely will be made in America. This is the latest grift from the family that is basically the greatest grifters to ever live. But in actuality, what they're doing is they're going to get all of their little loser supporters to sign up for this phone service. They're going to take a profit off them. Then they're going to sell their data to another mobile carrier provider. Obviously. Reminder, Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm so that he had no conflicts of interest when being president of the United States. And then this administration, we got crypto coins, we got mobile phones. Basically, they just continue to take advantage and make money off their supporters. Another embarrassing move from the Trump family. But hey, at least they're making money, right?
Trump went from Make America Great Again to, can you hear me now? So now Trump is selling cell phones, whole cell phones, with an actual plan. And the first thing I thought about was the Kingsman. Remember when Samuel L. Jackson's character was trying to give out that free SIM card? Yeah. And we all know how that turned out. But real talk, how does a president have time to hawk phones? Ain't he supposed to be out here solving world problems? Or at the very least, pretending to? So now I'm just wondering, while he's out here pushing phones like Black Friday at Radio Shack, who's running the country? Because the last time I checked, that guy spends more time golfing, rage posting, and throwing parades for himself that look like senior citizens' block parties. And every time he does something like this, I always remember Trump is the distraction. It's the people around him, the ones not on camera. Those are the people that worry me. Because while Trump is out here selling burner phones, it's somebody else that's writing the legislation to burn away our rights. So yeah, laugh at the phone thing, but don't sleep on it. Watch the hand behind the curtain.
All right, the Trump family is headed to Trump phones. They finally hit the phone business. So a company licensed their name to sell these phones. I'm guessing they won't be made in America unless they're sold at Toys R Us or wherever toys are sold now. If they don't look like a bar of gold, I will be offended, actually. I will be so disappointed because I want to see people holding those things up. They surely probably won't work. But here's the thing. If I'm Trump, I'm going to make Trump phones too, especially after this weekend, especially after seeing some of his people going bananas and taking people out. I want to know what they're up to, because as this thing starts to turn on him, which is happening now, yeah, I want to keep tabs on my peeps. They're headed where? With what? We hide where? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'd be making Trump phones too.
You guys let me know. Do you think it's worth buying? I won't spend my money on this. That man's not getting a dime from me, but, you know, you guys might think differently.
Yeah, I'm convinced that he definitely thinks that he's a god or something. This is insane. And I know, listen, y'all, let's be completely honest right now. What does this spell out to y'all? A man who's creating his own phone. It's weird. But not only that, even like when you talk about iPhones or Androids, they're not named after the person who created them. He's actually naming the phone after himself. This type of arrogance and conceit confuses me. Like, cause who would, but I know a bunch of y'all gonna be like, well, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. It's cheaper than iPhone. It's cheaper than Android. I'm gonna buy it. I already know what the comments gonna say, but I'm more so tackling the fact that he truly thinks that he's a god. This is crazy.
Trump only became president because he saw it as a business opportunity. Why is he selling trying to sell smartphones now for $500? He's trying to introduce a new cell service called Trump Mobile. Out of all of the things that the president of the United States would have to worry about, all this dude has done since he's been in office is ruin people's lives with these ICE raids and try to make money off of people. First, it was the golden ticket thing that cost like, what, $5 million?
So, it's official. Trump's new 5 million Trump card is now live. You can join the waitlist on trumpcard.gov to fast-track your way to the U.S. green card, and maybe even citizenship. No job needed, no waitlist, just money. Trump says it's like a green card, but better. For the rich, for the connected, for the sponsors. You know, from someone living outside of the United States, watching all this, it doesn't look like reform. It looks like a country bailing itself out by selling itself off, piece by piece. They say it could raise hundreds of billions, but experts said it might not even be legal. And once citizenship is something you can buy, and it feels like everything is sellable now. If you want a full breakdown, I wrote a detailed article on Substack, link in my bio. Also, this is the website, and it looks extremely scammy. I mean, this is a government website. This is an immigration website. And you thought they might put some money and budget on the design of it. It's $5 million per green card. I mean, just put some design on it, but maybe just use AI design. You know, it's not that hard. I mean, look at the font. Oh my God. Anyway.
And now you have a $500 smartphone with a service plan. When are his supporters going to learn that he's doing these things because he knows that he can? He's doing these things like trying to sell things to you because he knows his supporters will buy it. He is using them to make money, and they either don't care or can't see it. Nothing has gotten better for the average American citizen since he's been president. Out of all the things we have to worry about, like, you could say that this is funny, but it's really not funny. Like, it hasn't been funny for like a hot minute. Like, out of all the things, all the issues that this country needs fixing, this is what he's focused on right now. This is who y'all elected as president. Wow.
Once again, just proving that we are not citizens of the United States. We're more so customers. He's a businessman, not a politician. So the cell phone plan itself is $47.45. Where did they get that number from? Well, let's think. 45th president, 47th president of the United States. That's how they came up with that. And not to mention, there will be the smartphones. They're working with big name corporations, such as he described. So the goal is to have Trump and Elon Musk in every home in the United States at some point in time, probably before the end of the year. This is an invasion of privacy. That's all this is. It's just another way of getting our information because that's all they really want to begin with. Internet will be monitored. Calls will be monitored. Anything they can literally get their hands on in terms of communications, that's what they're going to do. Social media, yeah, that's what's happening. I'm not surprised by any means, by a long shot. What else? What else could go wrong at this point?
Trump Mobile will be in stores soon. This new American phone will have a sleek gold back and will provide the best service for your mobile carrier. America's phone! Made in China. Made in China.
I know that I'm not the right person to give my feedback on this, but the only thing that struck me was the name of the phone. Yeah, the card for citizenship holds his name. The name of the phone carries his name. And I'm like, okay, what is this? Was this all about the knocking protests? I don't really understand. I am getting this now. Somehow. You got a king, and yeah, everything has to be named after him. And yeah, anyway, I don't know what you think about this. Do not hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comment section, like the video, subscribe as well, and see you. Goodbye for now. Appreciate you.